Weapons, which is out now in cinemas, is a film I ultimately recommend, but if you were to ask for my immediate reaction to filmmaker Zach Cregger's follow-up to Barbarian, I'd have called it a disappointment. I went in expecting something bonkers like Barbarian, but after a strong 2/3 of suspenseful build-up, the conclusion felt trite and nonsensical, and I left the cinema feeling trolled, expecting madness and getting something no more terrifying or logical than a childhood bedtime story. That's when I realised Weapons is trying to be a modern-day fairy tale, specifically one that the Brothers Grimm might write if they were alive today, with weird and disturbing plot beats that aren't supposed to make total sense. After all, we don't question why a witch living in a candy house tries to eat Hansel and Gretel, or why a wolf can convincingly disguise itself as Red Riding Hood's grandmother, so why question a story clearly operating on fairy tale logic? That realization helped me warm to Weapons, maybe not as much as other critics, but enough to respect what it's going for, even if it doesn't totally land. The film opens with narration explaining that one night at 2:17 AM, all but one of the children in the class of Julia Garner's schoolteacher Justine Gandy got out of bed and vanished, with what follows being a series of interconnected chapters from different perspectives, starting with Justine, who's blamed and ostracized by her community. Then we follow Josh Brolin's Archer, one of the missing kid's parents who's investigating the disappearance, followed by Alden Ehrenreich as Paul, a cop whose day grows increasingly chaotic, until later chapters follow less likely characters like a crackhead who, oddly enough, may end up closest to the truth. The first 2/3 are legitimately strong, as Cregger builds suspense brick by brick, exploring what drives each character and how they react under pressure, recalling films like Magnolia or Rashomon in its mosaic storytelling, where grief, guilt and even apathy connect these people to the central mystery, while grim cinematography turns every shadow into something haunting as Cregger delivers effective scares, and the performances are solid throughout, with Garner and Brolin conveying deep inner turmoil while allowing their characters to appear flawed and at times unsympathetic. Then comes the final act, which is difficult to get into without spoilers, because like Barbarian, this is a film best experienced with minimal knowledge, but you'll know when it shifts into full fairy tale mode as performances grow campier, the tone swerves toward dark comedy, and logic becomes elastic, as you'll wonder how things are supposed to work and why certain people behave the way they do. Though unlike most fairy tales, Weapons doesn't offer a clear moral, and the finale feels more like a series of surreal sketches building toward an amusing punchline. Yet one could argue that's the point, since the best fairy tales weren't tidy narratives, they were just meant to terrify, haunt and linger. While the 3.5-star Weapons isn't a total success, for some character motivations are weak and the ending feels too abrupt, Cregger has crafted a smart and entertaining fairy tale that the Brothers Grimm might envy, which is all the better to scare us with. Visit the Film Feeder website to read my more detailed review, but for now, thanks for watching, please like and subscribe for more reviews, and I'll see you next time.